My brother.
Yes, boss.
Charlie, good morning. Sad news, huh?
I'm sad this morning. So, his name is Dominic Frimpong. 20 years of age. He plays for Brooklyn. In fact, he joined the club in January 2026 from Aviana Football Club. He's on loan. And yesterday, after their game against Samatex 1996, they lost by 2-1. They were returning home, and around the Ashrinsua on the Goso Bibiani stretch, they were attacked by armed robbers. The driver of the bus had to reverse for a few meters and literally
which was on 50 meters or so.
Exactly, literally asked the players to
get out of the bus and run away for their lives.
Run for their lives. And you see, David, the shocking aspect is that all these things happen around 10, 11 p.m. So when you play the insert of the Brekum Chelsea PRO around 10 p.m. and these players had fled into bush, literally scattered in the bush. 10 p.m.
So why couldn't
bush they are not familiar with?
Why couldn't they find a hotel and sleep over?
That is what they are supposed to do.
And if you join us on our Facebook page right now, and of course our YouTube channel, of course we are live. We're showing this unfortunate player who has lost his life.
Dominic Frimpong, 20 years. Just joined the club. He's on loan from Abiana Football Club.
How did he die? He was caught up in a fire?
I mean, you played that inside for me.
Master say Ikubo game against Samates Ayeba. That yachitim na baby na omona kwemo bagoso. In the incident, this year it happened around 10 o'clock. And the incident happened here. A driver na auditing the name Ekupi armed robbers in the Swabra na Omato barrier. So in the course of the barrier, driver tries to or very na what you are to be to see the place na. And of course, some distance, Ujinama players and they say, try to beat me from. So we say panic will be a kind of one life. In the course of another, I'm saying, Uncofono 2 in play I friend Dominic later. You never didn't copy more baby any hospital. Nanka you do arrangements so Nanka transfer in the number Kumase, Nanka Waji treatment. But unfortunately, around 12:25 baby, and Dominic it's me.
Now, other players are almost so almost so can't Dominic on
yes, and one incident in the that you're finding very because even more the players because players in that area. And the players in the Ganiko, Kukufum, in the Ganiko, the nearby village, and the incident in the now we're finding very because even all the other players. But Yamiadum, it's me fair, a mobile 12, now it's me all the places, you could be more baby, any police for rescue some of the players, Prince and any police can do Mukupimu, baby, any hope. So it's me Gadaya, so around that 12 now, it's many place. And the only person initially you started to see one more, now you won't be a Dominic, and two can pay checks and them say, or the Oche, and Sana, Omuhuse, a two Aka Dominica, Yedene hospital. But that's up now, the Mega say, place in okay, your mobile be any good stars for Abaso. The CEO baby any good stars, any PMO accident single, before Chelsea place in the Muku hotel. Say, or more hotel, I prepare say an opportunity be free, maybe any about so the one can
yeah, a lot of things are running through my mind. I mean, if somebody comes to rob you, the person wants to rob you of your belongings. If you fight, if you resist, they might hurt, harm, or kill you. So instead of they jumping out of the bus to run for their dear lives, why didn't they just sit in the bus, give them their phones and their money? I mean, just surrender.
Exactly, there's no guarantees.
No, but at least that's what they are robbing you. They didn't come for your life. They came to rob you. Give them the money, give them the phones.
David, you see, when you listen to Zando and the few I've all read from his social media and other journals, David, for someone to unleash bullets to a bus, David, even if they had the phones, nothing is guaranteed.
Did they fire at the bus or they fired into the air just to get the bus to stop?
No, so the part that captured was that when the driver stopped for them to leave, then they started firing at them. Okay. I'm sure he saw the signal. That's why he decided to.
Exactly. So, but if you're running away from them,
roads like that, you would see things
from
happening
afar.
in front of you, all the blockade and everything.
Yeah.
So naturally, if they are
you
not
would want to run away from them.
To run away.
Out of fear.
Natural, yes.
Out of fear.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is that if they had tried just a little, they say, "Hey, you're robbing of our monies, of our phones."
You see, it's not guaranteed for me, David. And I was just discussing with Zando before he even came for the sponsor, David. On top of my head, I recall about 3 incidents before this one. The Kotoko incident
That
and
was an
everything. David, all this conversation,
Shall handsome boy power like
yeah,
that.
he's a very young guy. We have been told he's 20, but we know he's a football age. He'll just be around 25 or so. David, see, this whole conversations come back to the central point of money. Because David, you see, about a team of the entourage is about 20, 25 entourage. Okay. If you're sleeping at a hotel and you're paying even 100 cedis per room, David, that's cost to the team. They don't have money. Yeah. Because David, the time that the incident, David, imagine that you are traveling on Accra Kumasi Road, there's an armed robbery attack. You have to leave your car and run into a bush you know nothing about. Yeah. David,
whether there are reptiles there,
exactly.
Whether there are drains you can fall into.
So David, I even suspect that the gentleman, when the bullet hit him, probably, we don't know yet. Probably they didn't discover him early enough to even give him some
attention. Said that it took them some time.
Yeah, before they found him.
Exactly, yeah. David, you see.
So you know the danger with running in the bush at night is not even the animals and the reptiles. So nothing is going to bite you, but in Komuna and all the alleys and ditch, it can kill you easily. Just because they can't.
And it's in the evening. And it's the evening. You can't
pitch
see well. Pitch darkness.
I can only imagine the ordeal that they had to go
when
through.
When the Kotoko incident happened, I remember the conversation because every Saturday I'm here. The likes of Zando, the Laliati, I said these same authorities will come. Oh, teams shouldn't travel at night. We are putting in measures.
No, but that's the solution.
Exactly. They shouldn't travel. No, but it's still happening.
But you know there are people. No, but there are people aside from footballers who are traveling at night to go on matches or even returning from matches and all that. There are people who believe that for them to travel, they need to do it at night.
But David, it depends on the stretch. Me, okay. Well, I don't want to mention names. Like I told you off air, I will never after 7 p.m. use some of this stretch. I won't.
The road is bad.
Exactly.
The road is bad. No street lights. Nothing.
David, you see.
Telling me, I went to Mansour Dibia for my postgraduate, how do you call it?
And another janta was nearly robbed there recently.
So this road,
David, it's not like a night.
I won't try to use that stretch after 7 p.m. I won't. So the solution for our clubs is probably to sleep over.
Yeah, to sleep over.
And then travel the next day.
Charlie, so rest in peace.
And David, for me, the Ghana Police Service should also do a lot, David, to get the people. Charlie, the brazen boldness, David, it's a football team. For nothing at all, you should know that this is a football team.
No, they wouldn't know. It's an evening, a vehicle is coming. You wouldn't know whether it's
a branded bus.
No, but if you have mounted a blockade, and there's a vehicle coming, you will not see if it's a football club. Or you will see.
At that second, they don't care if it's a presidential convoy. They are operation.
They don't really care. They don't care.
They don't care. And most of the time, a lot of the robberies that happen on that street.
What about having a police escort for these buses then?
It's unrealistic. They can't pay for those things. They don't have money. The teams don't have money.
But if you cannot foot the bill of a hotel, you can also
getting 1,000 cedis
for a police escort.
But David, in this case, let's say the police escort, the man has one motor and one motor behind. David, police even
so maybe two police officers in a bus on a bus, one motor kid.
Now police what the bus and cover then David.
So fire also fire. At least if there's a return of fire, if you read online, there's a police that foiled an armed robbery attack. Over the weekend.
Yeah.
So if they see that there's
that's a good one.
So get them some police escort with some police personnel too. They're also well armed on their bus.
And David, you know when I saw this thing, I saw when I saw that Zando has shared it. The David immediately, you see the tone of the statement from the team, the initial tone, you can clearly see something has happened, but they are trying to manage the communication. Then it's very, very sad. And the Ghana Football Association must really step into all these teams.
This is so sad. But on the brighter side of life, I'm here to bring you some matches that were played over the weekend.
Like Kotoko being defeated by 4 goals in the first half, 3. Second half,
this story has saved Kotoko and Accra. You lost.
And we didn't lose. We drew.
You lost to Vision FC on Saturday. Hey, Massa. Come again. By go to there, but just a Kotoko lost by 4 goals. Hey, Krobia. From some coaches in the Ghana Premier League after week 29 matches. And of course, we are expecting the announcement of the Black Stars head coach today. The sports minister has confirmed already. Not forgetting the big matches that were played in Europe over the weekend. Chelsea lost to Manchester City and Arsenal lost. Can you imagine what is happening in the Premier League? But before I get into the stories, let's acknowledge our sponsors. Rexona, sweat causes bacteria. Bacteria makes odor. You need a good deal to kill that bacteria. Then choose Rexona now. Rexona is world's #1 deodorant. It gives 72 hours sweat and odor protection. It has a patented technology that causes sweat protection and makes you smell fresh for a very long time. It is safe to use on the skin and makes you confident. Rexona is also official sponsor of global football tournaments like FIFA and CAF. For purchase, please contact our Kumasi Adum branch inside Mrs. Anochi Building opposite Boss FM 0531 013 881 0531 013 881 or 0244 772 599 0244 772 599. We have 2 shops at Adum Pizza near Asempa Pharmacy, Kejetia Dubai shop number G1549 near the police station, as well as Kejetia opposite gate 8 in the same building with CBG, and call 0543 384 958 0543 384 958 for further information. Now, are you planning a wedding, hosting a party, or getting ready for any big celebration? Listen up. There's one drink everybody is talking about right now, and that drink is Vim Champagne Energy Drink. Vim Champagne Energy Drink is smooth, super refreshing, and it hits you with that instant boost your body needs to stay active and alive. No dull moment with Vim Champagne Energy Drink. So whether you are dancing all night, celebrating with friends, or turning up at that special event, make sure it is Vim Champagne Energy Drink by your side. Rush now to your nearest store or supermarket or event vendor and grab your Vim Champagne Energy Drink today. Vim Champagne Energy Drink, a quality product from Chillium Industrial Limited. For more pictures, please call 0322 190 877 0322 190 877. Vim Champagne Energy Drink. It gives you vim. Now to shelf viewers, everyone wants better smartphones, better sleep, and if you own a ride, you definitely want better fuel for your engine. That is why Shell brings you the new and improved Shell V-Power, Shell Fuel Save Unleaded, and Shell Fuel Save Diesel. The new and improved Shell Fuel Save now lasts up to 15 kilometers longer per tank, while the new and improved V-Power cleans 100% of your engine's critical parts with heavy fuel. It doesn't get any better than this. In fact, it is better by far. So, ready to experience the next generation of high-quality performance fuels? Go to your nearest Shell station and fill up with the new and improved Shell fuels today. Shell Fuel Save, simply better by far. A quick recap of the results we recorded over the weekend in the Ghana Premier League. Aduana Football Club beat Ubiani Gold Stars on Friday. On Saturday, a dramatic late strike from Benjamin Kwartin secured a thrilling 1-0 victory for Vision FC over Accra House of Folk. Yesterday, Mediama Sporting Club reinforced their title credentials with a commanded 4-0 victory over Asante Kotoko at the TNA Park. Nations FC boosted their survival hopes with an impressive 2-0 victory over Bashek Holy Stars at the Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex. Kerala United were held to an entertaining 2-2 draw by 10-man Heart of Lions at the Ali Mahama Sports Stadium. Young Apostles boosted their survivor hopes with a narrow 1-0 victory over All Blacks at the Wenches Sports Stadium. Dreams FC also produced a stunning second-half comeback to trash 11 Wonders by 5-1. And quick, let me get you some post-match reactions. An interim coach of Asante Kotoko, Prince Yawusu, has been apologizing to the Kotoko fans after the heavy defeat to Mediama Sporting Club, but blamed the referees in the end.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's something that not something that we're looking out for. Things didn't go the way we wanted it. I mean, personally, the thing I want to do is to apologize to the fans that it's bad at the office. It didn't go the way we wanted. So that's what I can say. No, I'll not say that. The referee cost us. If he would have taken that first goal, yeah, it was 2 fouls. He ignored all of them, and then the goal came.
You hear the voice of Asante Kotoko interim coach Prince Yawusu in the now. Accra Folk coach Masudi Dramani also explained what went wrong on Saturday and their defeat to Vision FC.
I think that so many things were preempted, and I think that this is how it has to go. So many aspects. The game, it was an open game, and either sides could win the game, and I think that everyone will be disappointed because we came to play to try to win the game, and so if you don't get the outcome that you need, you should be disappointed. But there are so many question marks.
That was the voice of Accra Folk interim, Accra Folk head coach, Masudi Dramani in there. Now, let me try and bring you the updated Ghana Premier League table. But before that, Port City have secured promotion to the Ghana Premier League for the 2026-27 season after an outstanding campaign in Zone 3 of the Division 1 League, wrapping up their title with 4 matches to play. Now, the runaway leaders sit on 61 points after match day 26, holding a 15-point lead at the top. Their closest challengers, Sempa FC, remain on 46 points, confirming Port City's unassailable advantage with only 12 points left on offer. Meanwhile, Tamale City have secured qualification for the 2025-26 Division 1 League playoff after topping Zone 1 with 2 games to spare. The former Premier League side were locked in a tight battle with city rivals Real Tamale United, but sealed their spot, having lost only twice in 26 matches so far this season. We can now look at the performance of Ghanaian players abroad over the weekend. And Antoine Semenyo played 90 minutes for Manchester City when they beat Chelsea by 3-0. In the English Championship, Thomas Bandasanti was in action for Coventry City against Sheffield United. Well, they've qualified to the English Premier League. In Spain, Kosisibo was involved in Real Oviedo's game over Celta Vigo. Joseph Adi played 90 minutes for Celta Vigo in that game. Niaki Williams played 82 minutes for Athletic Bilbao in their 2-1 defeat to Villarreal at home. In France, Ghanaian duo Marvin Senaya, Gideon Mensah and Elisha Owusu were involved in Auxerre's game against 90s, which ended in a draw. Ali Desedi was in action for Rennes in their 2-1 win over Angers. In Germany, Derek Kohn saw 62 minutes of action for Union Berlin in their 3-1 defeat to Heidenheim. Ransford Yeboah Königsdorfer played 90 minutes for Hamburger SV in their 4-0 loss to Stuttgart. Daniel Kofi is back. He made a return from injury for almost 3 years as he featured for Freiburg's under-23 side as they won by 4-1 against Eintracht Trier. In Denmark, Ghanaian trio Caleb Uenchi and Prince Amaku were involved in Netherlands and 1-1 draw against Hers. In Netherlands, Ghanaian trio of Andre Dedeayu Kamasowa and Dennis Odoi were involved in Nag Brothers 1-1 draw against Sitad. In Turkey, Joe Mopoku was in action for Basaksehir in their 3-0 win over Genklebigi. In Russia, Alexander Jiku saw 90 minutes of action for Sparta Moscow in their 1-1 draw against FK Rostov. And lastly, in Switzerland, Lawrence Atizigi was in action for St. Gallen in their 2-2 draw against Luzern in there. So that's how Ghanaian players perform abroad over the weekend.
Touch for Alex Scott, who buries it. Sharp intake of breath right around the Emirates. Bournemouth in front for a second time.
Salah! That is Mohamed Salah. And on a day when maybe the torch is being passed from the Egyptian king to Rio Ngamoa, he just reminds us all just what he is capable of.
Caicedo, oh, he's lost it. Doku, 3-0. 3 goals in 70 minutes, and City surely have got the win they craved.
Yes, Manchester City seized the initiative in the Premier League title race with a statement 3-0 win at Chelsea, piling more pressure on leaders Arsenal and Blues boss Liam Mousinho. This is because Arsenal had lost by 2-1 to Bournemouth on Saturday. We'll bring you more in terms of post-match reactions from the managers in the Premier League. But in the other games, Crystal Palace beat Newcastle, Nottingham Forest held Aston Villa 2, a 1-1 draw. Sunderland beat Spurs to deepen their woes. Brentford drew against Everton. Brighton won at Burnley, while Liverpool accounted for Fulham. In Spain, Barcelona trashed Espanyol. Sevilla beat Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid also drew against Girona in there. In Italy, AS Roma beat Pisa. Udine shockingly won at AC Milan. Juventus won at Atalanta. Napoli drew with Parma, while Inter Milan beat Como in a 7-goal thriller. In Germany, Bayer Leverkusen won at Borussia Dortmund. Leipzig accounted for Mönchengladbach, while Bayern Munich beat St. Pauli by 5-0. Let's wrap up with some golf stories and, of course, tennis in there. But in golf, Rory McIlroy became the first back-to-back winner of the Masters since Tiger Woods after coming through a roller coaster Sunday to claim a one-shot victory at Augusta National. In tennis, Jannik Sinner has returned to world number 1 after beating Carlos Alcaraz in straight sets 7-6, 6-3 in the Monte Carlo Masters final. So that'll be all for the Last Post Center part of the Last Post team, brought to you in association with Shawful Safe. Simply better by far. Vim Champagne Energy Drink. It gives you Vim, and Rexona. It gives you 72 hours sweat and odor protection. My name is Stephen Zando. Mornings on Facebook at LEV 99.5 from Extra. Later today at 3:05 p.m. we are meeting on the Last Post Blaze Extra with Dalali Atiase and the rest of the sports team. David Akwete, Eugene Osetutu, and Leo Stanley will continue with Love in the Morning after this.
It's so hard to find someone who's always there, who do the best they can to push you